of the belly dance lesson. Today we are going to have a video about how to move in a feminine way with belly dance. So I'm going to teach you a routine that you can do whenever you want. You can go back to this video and do this routine, this workout at the same time, and at the same time you learn how to move in a feminine and elegant way, like a really feminine lady. And also I'm going to do a choreography in this beautiful costume that I'm having right now. So stay until the end of the video to see me dance with this costume. Belly dance is the most feminine dance ever. So if you want to move in a very feminine way and learn some belly dance move, keep watching. But first, just wanted to remind you that if you want to see more of my video, don't forget to subscribe down below. Don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss any of my notifications. Also follow me on my Instagram, which is ahah style. So are you ready to dance? Let's get started. So I just changed into a more comfortable outfit to show you the moves, the belly dance moves. So you just need to be in a legging and like something to show your belly so we can see the move of your belly. You don't need any shoes, that's fine. And you also need a belt. So it can be like a scarf or a pashmina or anything that you have in your house that can emphasize what you have here so you can really see your moves. We're just gonna try to unlock the hips a little bit. So you're just gonna do this, you know? You're just gonna do this without any music, without anything. I'm just gonna show you this move. So you can do this with me to just unlock the hips, and so you can be prepared to just move your hips because the hips don't lie, like Shakira said. Ooh, 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 ooh. 1, 2, 1, 2. Once you did this, so we're going to start with something really simple in belly dance, which is this move. Here, you see, you just unlock the hips like this. You just put your legs apart from your body with like a pointy toe, and then you just do this, like put your hips up like this. Very simple. Up. 1, 2. We're going to do this with the music, and we're going to walk back and forth. So you can do this with me. The famous move of the belly dance, which is like the belly dance hips, like I call it, and which is you're going to put your legs here in front of all your body with your pointy toe like this. You're going to put your arms up like this with a very good posture, and your arms can move at the same time as you're doing the movement. And you're going to put your hips up at the same time as you're moving your arms. So, just start with the hips. You just put your legs in front of you and you move your hips like this. You see? It's really easy, and that's exactly why I told you to unlock your hips at the beginning. To just have this movement, it's going to be easy. Then, so you continue with this movement, and then you can add the arms with it. And you can try to move the arm at the same time of the hip. So this is the left leg. When you change to the other leg, your arm should have like a very elegant way of moving, and you should just, you see how you change leg like this. Woo. Very elegant, right? And then you can do this to the left, to the right, to the left. So then we're going to turn with this movement, like to turn around ourselves. So we are prepared, and then we turn. And it's making a lot of noise. So you get the point. So we're going to do all this with the music, but we're also going to do another movement, which is the same movement, but we're going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like this. So you can have one movement and you can accentuate it to be really like different. So it's really like a nice movement that can be used everywhere. So we're going to do it with the music. Another movement, another famous movement in belly dance, which is here, the shoulder and the breast. So what you see is you see most commonly the belly dancer doing this, which we can learn to do this. So first of all, you have to move your shoulder, like just move your shoulder like this. You see, it's easy, it's easy. And then you add the breast, and you do it a little bit quicker. You do it slower, and then quick, 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 slower, and then quick, 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 slower, and then quick, quick, quick. You see? So what we're going to do with the music is we're going to do this, and then we're going to stop and do this and this. You see, like moving the chest. Like you can try to move the chest a little bit without moving the hips, like this, like Shakira is doing. I know it's kind of hard, but I'm just asking you to just move the shoulder. I'm not asking you to do those kind of movements. I'm just asking you to do this with the breast and the shoulder. You see, your shoulder can be really helpful. At the same time, your hands should always be in a belly dance position, you know, like always be very gracious like this, you know. So it's really helpful to have always a nice way of moving. When you're actually doing belly dance, you always have a nice way of approaching your moves. Your moves are always softer, way more feminine, because in belly dance you have to have this feminine posture, you know, like this. This is a belly dance move. You always have to be this way. You see? You're not gonna be like this in belly dance. Always having like some like legs here, some arms here, even the arms up, anything. So belly dance is always very feminine. So your arms should be always like this, with like your hands should always move a little bit, you know, like to give this effect. You see how it's more beautiful rather than this? No. Your arms. Yes. Also, what I wanted to say is that we are going to walk at the same time as doing this. So the way of walking in belly dance is not the way of walking in like any dance. In belly dance, you have to walk in a way that is very gracious, you know, very feminine. Then what you're doing is you add the shoulder with your walk. You see? You can even play with the shoulder a little bit, you know, like this. It's really helpful. It's really helpful even for everyday life to have your shoulders moving in a feminine way, you know? So now we're going to try it with the music. to have a round. So in belly dance, it's a very famous move also. So to turn in a round. So you're just going to round. It's very simple, but what makes it belly dance appropriate is to add, of course, the arms, because the arms are very, very essential in belly dance. You always have to have arms that are just moving in a feminine way, like almost like a snake, you know, almost like your arms are just an extension of your body, like, you know. We're going to do the arms just after this, but for the round, you just have to do this. You can also do it with like legs closer, but it's a little bit more difficult. So with the legs apart, it's easier for a beginner. So you're just going to do this. You see how my arms are just moving. And then you can do the other side. You can move your arms at the same time. Ooh. Then you can do the other side. Ooh. Then you can also do it with like legs close to each other, but it's a little bit more difficult. So maybe when you're more used to doing this. But the way of doing it, it's more easier with the legs apart. So you just can move in this kind of way. You can even add a little bit of like, but that's a little bit more difficult. So we can just move like this and have this very elegant, very like, it's very fluid, as you can see. But then we're going to do it with the music. We have to learn more about the arms. Like I said, the arms are very, very important in belly dance. It's essentially about the arms that you're doing this kind of like effect of very gracious, very beautiful, very feminine, and it's also going to help you in your everyday life. So the arms are just essential. Like we learned about the hips, it's also going to help you in the way of walking in a very feminine way. Your shoulder are going to help you in a very like when you're talking, when you have a conversation with people, to have like this very gracious moves. And then the arms, when you also have conversation, like I told you in my video on how to walk in a very ladylike way, the arms are just, you can just do this kind of exercise in front of the TV everywhere. Just have arms that are just more fluid, a little bit more like, you know, gracious and fluid and feminine. So we're just going to do this with the music. You can try to just do the same thing at home with the music and just try to have this kind of exercise of arms. Let's do this. Now what we're going to see is our last movement, and it's called the camel. And I love this movement, and so it's really about the belly. It's really about, like, as you say, belly dance, belly. It's a dance about the belly. So we have to learn how to move our belly. And with the camel, as we say in French, chameau, it's the movement. I'm just going to show you. It's like this. So first of all, to learn how to do the camel, as I said, it's about the belly. It's about moving like this. So if you want to move like this, you have your chest that has to be up and the bottom of your belly down like this, almost like you're moving like a snake, you know, like doing a wave with your body, you know. And you really have to learn, it's really a practice, and you really have to learn how to do it. Almost like you put your chest first, and then you roll, and then you have your belly, and then your chest, your belly, your chest, your belly. You roll your body like this. And with this movement, we need to try to learn how to walk like this, with the wave on your belly. So it's really a beautiful movement, and then you can add the arms. The arms are really something essential. It's almost like in every movement you have the arms. So you can add the arms up like this, have your feet up like this, and have the arms at the same time, and then you can do everything at once. I know it's a hard one, but it's just practicing. As you can see, I have like one leg in front of the other to just help me walk nicely. And then when I change, exactly when I was doing this at the beginning and crossing my arms when I'm changing my legs, I'm just exactly doing the same with the camel. My legs in front of the other legs, and then I have my arms like this or like this. So the direction where you're going, you want your arms to be in the direction where you're going. So here, I have my arms here. Then the other arm. Then this. So it's very gracious. And I suggest we can do it with the music. So that's it for the routine. You can do it and train a little bit. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of workout, so I can assure you it takes your breath away and you do your workout of the week. And stay right now because I'm going to do a choreography for you. And this choreography is really beautiful. I'm going to do it with my beautiful costume. So if you want to see it, just stay. people. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, make sure you put a like and also make sure you subscribe down below. If you want to have more lessons, I will be glad to do it for you. This is the most feminine dance in the world and it really helps you having this beautiful moves of like being more feminine. So if you want to see more of this kind of video, let me know. So until next time, I'm giving you a lot of kisses and take care of you. Mwah. Goodbye.